PTE Help Test 21 Retell lectures and summarize spoken text.
When you tell yourself, I want to be fluent, what do you see? You probably see a smooth, future version of yourself, effortlessly able to go up to new people and start speaking their language, surprising your friends maybe and making new connections. Well, you can get there, but it's gonna take a lot of speaking practice. You're going to have to start using online tutors at some point. And the sad truth is that most people don't know how to properly use tutors, and as a result, they waste hundreds of dollars and months, sometimes years, trying to reach conversational fluency, and they never end up making it. Most problems you have with not remembering words, with pronunciation, with speaking and listening can be solved if you use online tutors in the right way. In fact, if you ever want to get past a beginner level when it comes to speaking a new language, you need to start using online tutors. The problem is that you likely don't know how to properly use them, and you might think, okay, I'll use a tutor on italki for 3 months and then I will be fluent. But it doesn't work out that way. Why? Well, because there's too much information you don't know. You might not know how to choose the right tutor for you, when exactly you should begin to start using tutors, whether to get a tutor of the same gender, or if that even matters at all, how many times per week you should use a tutor. Should you use multiple different tutors, or only one? Does the tutor need to speak good English? Or most importantly, what exactly do you need to do step by step in a lesson in order to get the most out of your tutor?
PTE Help Sample 90 Scores Lecture Response. The lecturer tries to figure out the ways to use online tutors properly in order to get fluent. He mentions that speaking another language effortlessly needs a lot of practice. Online teachers can be helpful, but the candidates often waste their money due to lack of knowledge, and they remain unable to achieve conversational fluency. He concludes that, if they use online tutoring in a bright way, they can sail through.
PTE Help Test 21 Retell lectures and summarize spoken text.
Well, so let's begin with what is the greenhouse effect. First of all, the greenhouse effect is incredibly vital to the existence of life on Earth. Okay, so what is a greenhouse? Well, you know, a greenhouse is a glass building used to trap heat to grow plants in cooler areas. In the picture, here we have a greenhouse. It's trapping heat to keep the plants that are inside nice and warm. So let's now talk about the greenhouse effect. You know, is there a glass building that surrounds planet Earth? Of course not. But Earth has an atmosphere that surrounds it that acts like a greenhouse. So the gases in Earth's atmosphere trap heat to warm the Earth. Gases, greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, greenhouse gases such as water vapor, and greenhouse gases such as methane. They trap heat. In my animation, light from the sun will reflect off the surface of the Earth. As that happens, these greenhouse gases will absorb heat near the surface of the Earth to warm the planet. Keeps Earth nice and comfortably warm.
PTE Help Sample 90 scores response for the lecture. The lecturer focused on the greenhouse effect. It is incredibly vital for the existence of life on Earth. He described a picture that greenhouse is a glass building used to trap heat and grow plants inside in a warm environment in cooler regions. The lecturer mentioned some examples of the greenhouse gases like methane, carbon dioxide, as well as water vapors. Similarly, gases in the Earth's atmosphere acts like a greenhouse which absorbs solar heat near the surface of the planet and makes the planet warm.
PTE Help Test 21 Retell lectures and summarize spoken text.
Smoking has changed a lot. Tobacco users can now smoke through electronic devices. It's called vaping. And according to the World Health Organization, 41 million people do it. At Vapor Worldwide in Maryland, a store that sells all things vaping, that means business was good, with record sales thanks to more than 100 customers a day. But that all changed quickly. At issue is the flavored electronic vaping liquid that makes up the different flavors.
When we read the headlines that people are dying from e-cigarettes and vaping, that it connotates that they're dying from this, from vaping nicotine liquids that are regulated by the FDA. We know what's inside here, but the black market carts are what has killed people and made them sick. So that to me is the biggest misconception.
But some health advocates in the U.S. disagree to ban vaping.
PTE Help Sample 90 scores lecture response. The lecture deals with a new form of smoking called vaping, which is a kind of electronic device. A recent report of WHO claims that almost 41 million people do it. Also, a vaping store of Maryland was earning a considerable number of customers on a daily basis, however, not now. These e-cigarettes have been a point of contention too because of promoting sickness like nicotine, which might be a misconception. PTE Help Test 21 Retell lectures and summarize spoken text.
Social media is not evil, but it can very well be dishonest. It presents us with a standard that is unrealistic, a reality that is unreliable, and a world which has been filtered and altered for the benefit of another person or group, and that is the very essence of corruption. Not only is social media corrupting the way that we behave as individuals in our own lives, it is also changing the way that we act as a society and the ways that we interact with our political leaders. This alteration of information, this filtering of our realities, is once again at the very heart of what corruption really is. But the issue goes deeper than any one scandal. Social media is giving massive followings to people who are popular rather than people who are professional. Truth is quickly being replaced with speed and access, and journalistic integrity is something that is quickly becoming harder and harder to find.
PTE Help Test 21, Sample 90 Scores Answer. The lecture deals with the topic of social media, which can be dishonest in depicting unreliable and altered reality for the personal benefits. Not only it is corrupting our behavior, but it is also changing the way we interact. It is giving massive following to popular people, then the professionals. Truth is quickly being replaced with speed and access, and journalistic integrity is becoming harder to find.